Okay, here is the release notes for MISAKA Mikoto for Mugen 1.1. Here you can see she is only for Mugen 1.1 and require OpenGL to function properly. She is a 720p HD character. Some of you may have a habit to change her size. I will show you what if you change this value, what will happen. So before you change,
round 2, fight.
This is the default size, and this is the default size. After you change, all the things becomes too big and overlapping each other. And then here is also become too big. So in order to avoid that, I purposely spend a lot of effort to make this character scalable. I mean, use these parameters. This 1.14 is the default value. So if you want to make her bigger, you can actually change here, maybe 1.6, 1.6. And normally you don't change these parameters because if you change, her other projectiles, other helps will be off position. But for her, no, I can actually spend a lot of effort on it to make sure everything works fine. Right? You can even give her a funny size. Level 5 の力、甘く見ないでよね。私の実力、見せてあげるわ。響くぞ。こんな、逃がさない。避けれる？これからよ。行くわよ。やった。Right. Still can work properly, but if you change the scale, the hitbox may not be accurate and her AI may not function properly. Other than that, I think it's okay. But if you don't have to, just make sure you use the default value, so all the things work as I designed. Other than that is the command file. Inside the command file, I give you a remap. This remap, by default, I optimized for the keyboard. So now I'm using a keyboard. So I use this part. If you are using a PlayStation 4 or Xbox gamepad, you may want remove the semicolon here and add semicolon here. So if you do this, here will be inactive, here will be active. But now I'm using keyboard, so I revert it back. Okay. Another thing is okay, another thing is her file structure. No, this is her file structure. I actually made her as a template. What do I mean is here DBFCI framework. So inside this framework, that means all her common helpers can used by other Dengeki Banku characters, and those are support characters, boost windows, power gauges are all inside this framework. So if I made any change or add any support characters, so hopefully you can copy and paste these frameworks and override your own, and it may work. I hope so. I hope I have time to add more support characters. Other than that, no. Okay, this is the technique part. Okay, next thing is for the gameplay part. She is from Dengeki Banku Fighting Climax Ignition.
Time over.
あんたの実力見せてあげるわ。
So I bet not only a few people have ever played the original game. So I feel like I need to explain how the original game works, and she have the same mechanics as the original game. Actually, not many Mugen character have a Dengeki Banku system. Okay. So the most important thing you need to know is here. So it's called a boost character selection. So for the support character selection, it's quite obvious. You just select one support character. But yeah, in the original game, you can select a third character that will contribute to your blaster boosts. So what is a blast? Blaster is something like this. During this period, your HP will gain. You will gain HPs. You will gain powers. After that, you enter a charging period. Here, the player 2 have a red boost. Player 1 have a blue boost. A blue boost means her cancel blaster is boosted. So
Time over.
レベル5の力甘く見ないでよね。あんたが相手。
俺に任せとけ。
So for there's a Mugen limitation. So inside Mugen, I cannot implement the menu. You can click twice. You can only press confirm once. So this once only you can select this support character. So how you can support this? Select this booster character. Actually, booster character doesn't matter. The thing matter is the color. So I let you choose the color by palette. So palette number 1, you use the red. Palette number 2, you use the blue. Palette number 3, you got green. Green is called escape blaster. So based on your palette, you will decide whether you are red, blue, or green. Here, this lightning icon is called trump card in the original game. If you press A and C, so A is the weak attack, B is medium attack, C is hard attack, and X is support. If you press A and C, you can engage this trump move.
まだまだ
After that, you will be
Time
given a
over.
timer.
レベル5の力甘く見ないでよね。私の実力見せてあげるわ。
When the timer is running, you can do reverse combo. It means you can do heavy, 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 middle.
まだまだふっなめろ行くわよ
Normally, you can only do 1, 2, 3.
行くわよ
Now you can do 3, 2, 1.
行くわよ
2, 1.
覚悟しなさいよよっと
So for Mikoto, there's a system called potential. So every character in Denki Gebanku have different personal potential and have different goals to achieve that. For Mikoto, she has something special. She has weak attack, medium attack, and heavy attack. But if you hold down the hard attack, it will be a extend attack.
君はこれからよ坂美琴って名前があんのよ
If you do extend attack 3 times in a row, her personal potential will be activated. During this time, you have some damage boosts. Also, there's
Time over.
something called
この
universal
私に
potential.
挑もうって私の実力見せてあげるわ
It means if your HP is dropped to a certain percentage,
よくもやってくれたわね
it's gain universal potential. Also gave some damage boosts.
この私に挑もうって私の実力の力見せてあげるわ見ないでよね
So for the power up boosts, if you do a power up boost and then the power up hit your opponent, you will gain 2 bars of power and almost 1 bar of continuous gain of the power meter.
まだまだよっと
Actually, I really don't know the difference between a boosted power boost, power blast, and a non-boosted power blast. Except their animation is different, frame is different, maybe the hitbox is different.
ほら
This is a normal version, but their charging time and the power up time is identical. I double confirmed in the original game. They are identical, and the charging time also identical. The difference is not that significant, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. If you know, please tell me. Other than that, no. Okay, that's it. This is the English version of the release note.